Only thing he missed, but when you went down Sacram Baptist, and we came out the hole, brother Way. We came out the hole. Now you can't forget the hole. No, sir, I got you. He came out the hole. He was in the back of the hole. Thank you, brother Way, for that rich history. But this moment of Black history, this person right here, when you talk about if God can change anybody, he can change me, he can change you, he can stand up and say, God changed him. Send him through some stuff in order to get him to where he's at now. His career started in 1994 with a hip hop clothing store, carrying name brands like, and if I pronounce it wrong, forgive me, Car, Kanai, Fubu, Fat Farm. He also, y'all, did gold teeth. You didn't do mine. Gold teeth. He was partnering with Gifted Gold Teeth. He was with brother Greg Blue. The name was Coast to Coast. After this, he started doing BET comedy shows in Jacksonville, bringing all the top comedians like Bruce, Steve Harvey, John Weatherspoon from Friday, and many more. He promoted rap concerts, to name a few, like, if I say it wrong, forgive me, Plies, Jeezy, Lil Wayne, hey, 50 Cent, T-Pain, and R&B artist Keisha Cole. Y'all can say amen because y'all know who these people are. Fantasia, Mary, Donnie McClurkin. Then he started to get out of that type of business, and he wanted more. So he started to work a 9 to 5 job. He started a tax office, a collection agency. When the Super Bowl came to Jacksonville in 2006, he promoted a Mercedes Maybach party at Kevin Hardy's house. Why you invite me? I wasn't here then. Kevin is formerly a player with the Jaguars. There were many NFL players and a well-known celebrities in attendance. That same weekend, him and Greg Blue and him renting at a department store on the south side, which is now FCCJ South. They had R. Kelly on Thursday. On Friday, they rented the building out for $65,000. Jesus. On Saturday and Sunday, they rented the door to out of the town, rented the place out to out of town promoters for $30,000. But they controlled the bar and the kitchen and food. He also promoted Black college reunions in Daytona for about 15 years with Cool Runnings from Jacksonville. Also had Biggie Rankins and BET hosting. In 2016, him and Greg Blues started a transportation service called Luxury Limo, having one of the few sprinters in Jacksonville. Had to keep driving to be successful. His quote was, "No pain, no gain." At one point, he didn't even have a car to drive. So one day he woke up in a condo that he lived in downtown and realized it was time to go home to Callahan to work for my community and church, Greater Mount Pleasant. He met all the celebrities and entertainers, done the Super Bowl and all the star games, but it was time to get real about his life. Thinking about when he was robbed, shot at gunpoint in the face, he said, God kept me here for a purpose. In 2023, he took his cousin, Uncle Billy Ray, to the doctor for cancer care, not knowing that this was a message from God that I needed to start giving God my time. Go back to my hometown church. In August 23, he rejoined and got baptized. That was his life-changing experience. When he did this, his whole life changed. He said the blessings started pouring in. A new contract in transportation called him in November, and they said they wanted him to be a non-emergency provider starting in January of this year. And as he stands today, he said he has 14 employees, including both of his daughters. His office is in downtown Jacksonville on Prudential Drive. And he shared that with one of his clients who called care in the old Aetna building across from Baptist Hospital. LBJ Transportation covers over 25 counties from Valdosta, Georgia to Gainesville, Florida, from Lake City back to Jacksonville. He says that if you can believe it, you can achieve it. It will not take a whole lot, but it will take a lot of hard work, dedication, and much favor from God. He said, but you must have faith in God. Many times you may have to go through the valley in order to get to the mountain. He said, but I started this a year ago. I started this year. He started this year with one wheelchair van, and now he has 5. By the way, his cousin Patricia V. Williams, aka Pat, realized that they needed a Martin Luther King Street in Callahan. He attended many city council meetings to get that done. After 2 months, he went to Ken O'Mara. Y'all know Ken with the bow tie. With the local NBC channel. He met him in Callahan along with a camera crew. He asked, is this all you want in Callahan? It aired on television, and Callahan Council asked us not to go back to the news. We will give you what you want. We now have an annual MLK parade in Callahan. A big thank you to Maxine for helping me achieve my dreams of having a Black-owned sports bar and restaurant in the city of Callahan. Elder Edwards and Elder Betty Williams, thank you to Pastor for your continued support and prayers and being his spiritual leader. Thank you to the late Reverend Lathan Jones, Miss Alice, the late Mary Alice, the late Theodore Jones, the late Datrill, and his stepfather, BB. Thank you to Johnny McKnight, Mickey, the late Mickey, and Miss Elise. Thank you to Lisa Mitchell, Brittany, and Brianna Jones for always believing in me. Thank you, Billy Ray, Pearl, Raymond, and Jeanette. Thank you to all of my Melton family. Thank you to my dad, Donald Stewart, and family for always accepting me. Last but not least, thank you to the citizens of Callahan and my GMP family for accepting and supporting me. Thank you to anyone I may have forgotten here. A special thanks to the Nelson family for your love and support. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for his testimony, Brother Bernard Jones. You're welcome. When I was talking to Bernard on last night and he was telling me about his story, I got so emotional. Bernard was crying on one end and I was crying on the other end. That for such a time as this, God is going to use you for his glory. For his glory. The work that you are about to do is not about you, but it's all about God, and it's all about drawing and winning souls to Christ. As long as you continue to be faithful to God, God will be faithful to you. As we conclude our Black History program, we dare not end it. Because sometimes you have to just stomp on the enemy's head. Sometimes you have to put him under your feet, dance on him. So Brother Taylor Killings is going to stomp us on up out of here. Thank you to Pastor Edwards for put our hands together for our youth, Brother Taylor Killings.
Listen, I remember when I had that type of energy. Whew. Listen, can we put our hands together for this Black History presentation? Amen. Thank God for all of you who participated. Thank God for all those who are honored this year. This year. Listen, if we didn't honor your person or honor your area or whatever this year, we make sure that we'll do it next year. Amen? Listen, I am convinced that there are so many different people, and just listening to Brother Way talk about all the history and the heritage and the legacy that this place has, I'm pretty certain we could stand here till 12 o'clock midnight tonight and hand out stuff to people. Somebody say amen. Amen. So we thank God for this place called Callahan. We thank God for each and every one of you for coming and just hanging in with us on today as we get ready to leave this place. Sister Lambert, come on. So we thank God today for all of you who have come from near and far, to all of our visitors who have come. Thank you so much. And we're going to ask Sister Lambert to give us an abbreviated send-off on today, and then we'll go to the rear and we'll greet you as we leave on today, leaving out of here. Somebody say amen.